Morning, y'all. Rick Fearless, Strokers Dallas, Strokers Ice House, Punctuality Garage, and Fearless Insurance. Today is, Tuesday, not October, September the 12th, 2023, year of our Lord. I'll show you my current situation. So we are almost to Atlanta. We got a late start yesterday. We didn't leave till about 9. Joe T took his son Bundy to school, and then we left. We are, like I said, almost to Atlanta, and we didn't drive late last night. Of course, we lost an hour. Once we got on the Eastern time zone, we lost an hour. So we drove till 10. We stopped and ate at a restaurant that's you see everywhere, and everybody loves them. And unless you eat breakfast, it's no good. Cracker Barrel. So when you're on the interstate, guess what you eat? Interstate food. You got your Cracker Barrel, you got your Taco Bell, you got your Waffle House. We ate at Waffle House yesterday too. You got your Wendy's. I hate fast food, so we decided to eat at Cracker Barrel. Well, by the time we got there, it was 8 o'clock, and they closed at 9, and you could tell that I had a chicken fried steak, probably the worst one I ever had. I took like 3 bites out of it. I had to cut it with a knife. If you have to cut chicken fried steak with a knife, and this was that old frozen chicken fried steak, not a fan of Cracker Barrel, not a fan. Yeah, so I'm wearing the same chucks as yesterday. Them's my traveling chucks. Throwback word is fella. Remember that? You used to say fella. I had a guy that I worked with in the 70s and 80s, and he always called everybody fella. Hey fella, how you doing? You don't hear anybody say fella anymore. But I still say it. People come in, I'll say, yeah, fellas. Cinderella kissed her fella. No, Cinderella dressed in yellow ran upstairs and kissed her fella. Made a mistake and kissed a snake. How many doctors did it? What was that, a jump rope song or something the girls used to sing, right? I tried to get Joe T to leave at 4. But we didn't get here till, I don't know, 11:30. He said, let's leave at 5. So it's 4:30, and I'm sitting out here by the trailer waiting on him. I don't know what time I'll post this video. I may post it now. We should be at the destination. I don't know, between 9 and 10. And a lot of people ask, why is Aileen in Charlotte? Here's your story. We built Aileen for Allstate. For like 8 years, we worked with Allstate. And Allstate, and y'all have all seen them, you go to a motorcycle rally and you got all the people set up and all that. Hello, how you doing? Probably think I'm a nut. You'd go to the rallies in Allstate, like Sturgis and Daytona and Erie, Pennsylvania, the Roar on the Shore and all that. And Allstate did maybe a dozen of them, and they would have a booth set up where they had an 18-wheeler, and they had 4 or 5 bikes set up. Well, always one of them was a bike that came from Rick Fearless Strokers Dallas, and then usually I loaned them one of my custom bikes. Well, instead of looking at me, why don't we look around? So I would loan them one of my custom bikes, and they did that. So I think we built Aileen in 2017, and it was on tour 2017, 18, 19, and then late in 2019, Allstate, just before COVID, Allstate pulled the plug on the motorcycle program. So they had a company out of Charlotte, North Carolina, that would take the truck and the bikes and all the Allstate setup, and they would haul it to and from the shows. And in the meantime, the setup, the truck and all that lived in Charlotte, North Carolina. Well, when they pulled the plug on the program, the bike had been sitting in a metal crate along with two bikes from Arlen and Corey and Zach Ness. These three bikes had been sitting in a metal crate, not unlike that, only smaller. Actually about like that, only smaller. Been sitting in a metal crate since 2019, so 4 years. So for 4 years, I've been trying to talk Allstate into letting me get that motorcycle back. Yes, I know they owned it, and I would say, hey, it's sitting in a crate, it's going to deteriorate. Please allow me to go to North Carolina, get it, I'll bring it back. If you won't sell it to me, at least allow me to display it. It's got Allstate painted on the rear fender. Please allow me to display it for Allstate, or, my preference is let me buy it back. Well, after almost 4 years of talking to people, I finally found the right person to talk to. Her name was Michelle. She was awesome, and it wasn't her department, but she helped me. Good morning. She helped me, and she got the deal done. Got the paperwork signed for me to take Aileen back home. So that's why Aileen has been in a container in Charlotte, North Carolina for the last 4 years. The guy that used to drive the truck and he would do the setup works for the company. He worked under contract with Allstate. He and I got to be friends. I've called him. The bike is fine, and he's expecting me this morning. So anyway, here comes Joe T. Let's see. Watch him come lollygagging out there, wearing his hamster shirt. So here comes Joe T. So I'm going to wrap this thing up, and I'll post it directly, and I will talk to you cats tomorrow. I'll take some pictures when I get Aileen. Love you, bye. What was the word, fella? I'll see you gals and fellas later. Love you, bye.